The story of Raelene, it's a story of stars aligning. She had reached the point where she had worked for many years at Dimension Data, and this was an opportunity to impact the community.
I got a call from the late Alex Mulroney, who said to me, "I don't know you, but I've got a job for you." I went along for a coffee to meet him. I told him there and then that I was not interested, and I always joke that I'm not sure what he put into the coffee. But a month later, I had resigned after 20 years and I had joined the King David Schools Foundation.
The King David Schools Foundation was really created with the view to create sustainability for the King David Schools, which is the largest Jewish school system in the Southern Hemisphere.
All of us have a difficulty in referring to Mr. Elliot Wolf as Elliot. We all worked for him. He was the doyen. Everyone respected him. And Raelene worked tremendously with Mr. Wolf, and only she got to call him L, something nobody else would have been brave enough to do.
My colleague, Elliot Wolf, and the wonderful staff, and really our wonderful Jewish community, had built King David into a school that was world-renowned for its excellence, for the graduates that we produce. Adrian Gore had this vision that we would keep King David's schools excellent, and importantly, we would take on the responsibility of being a community school.
For the schools to be sustainable, they need to be excellent. They need to be world-class. And the ability to do that at the same time, subsidize children that can't afford the school, etc., require a very, very complex governance structure, a complex and powerful foundation.
So we had this wonderful ethos of not turning Jewish children away. But practically, to run a school of excellence requires huge funding. I was brought in as chief fundraiser, and together with my wonderful colleague, the late Elliot Wolf, we were tasked to go and find donors.
She, from day one, started learning the ropes with Mr. Wolf, building those relationships which he had over decades.
I've traveled all over the world with Raelene to assist her in easing the difficult process of extracting valuable forex from King David's International alumni. Raelene's ferocious fundraising skills are unsurpassed. I've witnessed them firsthand.
Raelene had this vision that we should raise at least 100 million and have it in an endowment plan. Well, we've surpassed that by like 5 times.
She really, together with Elliot Wolf, has raised over 400 million rand for this foundation.
We have also spent over 100 million rand in and around our 3 campuses for the subsidies and, importantly, to keep our schools excellent, to do the renovations, to do the upgrades, to build the new classrooms.
We have over 500 children currently on some form of subsidy. Raelene's priority is always the students.
I often wonder, where would these excellent kids be if they didn't have the privilege? It's a privilege to have an education like King David.
King David's in the position it is in and is as strong as it is because of the work of the foundation and the work of Raelene.
And what that means is that the King David schools are on the route to long-term financial security.
So it's enabled the school system to be excellent, to be well-funded at the same time, and I think that combination is her legacy, frankly.
To help those who can't afford to send their children to the likes of a King David is essentially important to the Jewish community.
No Jewish day school will equal to no Jewish community, and that she will never allow to happen. And she'll tell you that she too was a subsidy student, and without her schooling, she doesn't believe that she'll be where she is now.
And as a result, she's put in 100% effort and built, I think, the King David Schools Foundation to what it is today.
No one knows the donors better than Raelene. She understands how they think, she understands how they work, and she's very in tune with what's going on in the community. She really values the people and gets to know them and cares about them.
She is infinitely caring. I mean, a focus on the schools, on the children in the schools, on the underprivileged is disarming.
She's determined. She's a passionate force for good. and she also has the concentration span of a Jewish border collie.
You could have a person who's a brilliant fundraiser, but if they don't have the passion for our community, and they don't have the passion for King David, they never could have done what she's done. You can't achieve what Raelene has unless you are driven by something bigger, something larger, a more altruistic purpose.
That combination of just drive and goal orientation, together with that empathy, is a very, very powerful set of attributes.
It's a privilege to have her in the community, and I think the community is a better place for people like Raelene Tradonsky.
Raelene, in your own words, you have done an outstanding job of securing Jewish education. We appreciate you. We love you.
I have seen firsthand in my travels people who today have made the most incredible success of their lives all over the world, and who say to me, Raelene, if it wasn't for King David, I don't know where I would be.